first day into the job and she's already hitting the ground running. And first things first is to create a safe and peaceful environment for 1 million displaced CAR citizens and other remaining citizens who live in fear.
The Central African Republic is big, and from security point of view, which is a priority, we'll start with Bangui, and we'll have deployments in some big cities, and then we'll try and go more widespread in the interior. It's really the objective, to have security back as soon as possible.
With tough task awaiting, President Panza knows exactly the importance of the support of those around her.
It's time to start work, and I need technocrats around me so I can be efficient. We are drawing the first draft of this government, but it will be the Prime Minister who will name his colleagues. I know what needs to be done, but the Prime Minister doesn't need to have the same vision as I, but we will need to have a good exchange of ideas.
The appointment of Samba-Panza, a candidate with no links to either camps in the fighting, raised hope of an end to the slaughter.
I want to meet these armed groups, listen to them. If they took up arms because they want something, there's a reason. So we need to listen to them, get to know what they want, analyze if their wishes are realistic or not, and what can be done will be done.
On Monday, donors at the meeting in Brussels pledged nearly $500 million in humanitarian aid. And at another meeting, European Union agreed to send in 500 more troops to help restore order. To date, the United Nations says more than 2,000 people have been killed in the infighting.
Behind the safety of barbed wire and patrolling French troops, trouble is growing at Bangui Airport. Food supplies are running low, and more than 100,000 displaced people sheltered there don't feel safe to return home.
There is insecurity in the neighborhood. We can't go home. The French-led Sangarese force must instill order in the neighborhoods and also in the interior of the country. When they instill peace, we can go home. Without that, we cannot return home.
That insecurity is also affecting the World Food Program stationed at the airport.
We are currently running out of stock. We have big problems with nearly 40 of our trucks that are blocked at the border between Cameroon and CAR. The drivers are too afraid to cross over to CAR because of the insecurity.
Meanwhile, new Interim President Catherine Samba-Panza hopes to alleviate these problems as soon as possible.
The Central African Republic is big, and from a security point of view, which is a priority, we will start with Bangui and we will have deployments in some big cities. And then we will try to go more widespread in the interior. It's really the objective, to have security back as soon as possible.
Samba-Panza also plans to meet with the Muslim Salika rebels and the Christian anti-Balaka militia, whose fighting has displaced more than 1 million people and killed at least 2,000.